Right. So do you know who you're voting for? Do you know who?
Yeah. But
you don't have to tell me. I'm just wanting to know.
No, but I keep it high up. I live in Young Park Beach, so you can figure out. You can figure out that.
I can figure it out.
You can figure it out.
So I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. What do you say to your fellow Bahamians out there during this Christmas holiday?
So slow down and be yourself. Be nice. Be joyful.
There you have it. He was just such a touching, he had such a touching story. And how many, I thought about this all day, because over and over as I drove around, I kept thinking about this gentleman, and I said to myself, I wonder how many persons that are out there that are, that might be ill this Christmas holiday. They probably didn't think about it. They probably never thought that they would be ill at this time. And how many persons are out there that don't know whether or not they're going to make it through the new year or what the next year holds for them? But here it is, this man is still, he was still smiling. He talked so highly about his family. And, and that made me feel good to know that he has family members that are assisting him, especially during this time. He's suffering from prostate cancer, as you heard him say, but he's also keeping hope. And this goes back to what our nation is built on. We're a Christian nation. We're built on faith. We're built on believing in God and knowing that God will always come through for us. And despite whatever it is that we're looking at, he'll always come through. I believe that we have a caller on the line. I don't want to keep that caller holding too long, so we'll go to the lines. Good night, caller. How are you tonight?
Yes, I'm all right. I called back for the simple reason that you speak of a person that was to social service. They have a job, but they're doing social service.
Yes, sir.
They want to help their children.
Yes, sir.
But you have a thought of other people that have children would only getting $200 and something from social service, and they are unable to take care of their children, and they are not getting any help. You ever thought of that?
Oh, yes.
They cannot get a job.
Yes, I always think of everyone. So, in regards to...
it shows the hypocritical situations that we are experiencing in this Bahamas, in which we call a Christian nation. We are not a Christian nation, because those in authority, they know that people are doing bad.
Mm-hmm.
They tell me bad. But do you think they care? Of course not. Do you think if one who getting $200 and some from government a month from social service, probably they've been getting $100 sometimes or less than $100, and they also had children at that time. You think they care?
What I think is, I go back to this, okay? Because this is why I love when you all call in, and I love when you all are passionate about how you feel, because this is important. I don't think you can't do anything with 200. I mean, you can do something with it, but there's not much. There's not much you can do with $250 a week. By the time you pay for a place to live, and I think I had a WhatsApp message last week where someone said the very same thing. How do you expect someone to survive off of $200 to provide housing for the children, to feed them, to pay the absorbent bills, utility bills like light and water, and to provide clothes? I agree with you, sir. I agree with you 100%. But it doesn't, hold on. But it doesn't, and I'm not prettying it up, it doesn't mean that someone that do have a job that might be only working one day, it doesn't mean that they don't need either, because one day pay represents, hold on, let me finish. One day pay in some instances only represents $40.
But see, that's not my point. My point is, you, those that's in authority, even would look at people that are handicapped would doesn't even have an hour-a-week job and has children.
I agree with you, sir. And that's why it's up to us as a nation to make the changes. If the persons who are responsible for putting policies, even the smallest policies to the largest policies, if they are not taking care of everyone, when I say everyone, I'm talking about the old, the young, the working class, the poor, the sick, the persons that are persons with disabilities. If they're not helping everyone, then that is a problem. And we as a nation,
and then other things, they are muzzling the people, and because of the muzzling the people, some people are afraid, and that's what's happening in this Bahamas.
well, we have to stop being afraid, and we have to stop, and we have to stop being afraid. And this is why I go out there on the streets. This is why before my show, I go out on the street, because for those people who are afraid to say anything, this is a way for them to get the information out there and get everyone.
Get hyped if they speak out. You see, it's easy for you to say the things that you are saying, but what I'm telling you is reality.
Yes, I know that, sir. I know that. So, thank you, sir. And I appreciate you, caller. I want you to understand, this is not to create a pretty sounding show. This is to educate. This is to educate so that we can know what it is we're fighting for. This is to motivate so that the changes can be made, so that we can come together as a nation. Those of us, the small guys, me, I'm a part of the small guy nation. I don't have a position anywhere. I'm not, I'm just a normal, everyday, hardworking individual. So therefore, it is up to us to come together and to try to make those change. And that's what I'm here for, to motivate and to entertain you, to uplift you, to give you those words of encouragement. I'm on your side. That's what side. I'm listening to us, the common man. I have someone on Facebook, and they sent a message and they said, "Good night. There's a lot that can be done in 5 years. Just look at our first prime minister, who was able to get it done in his first 5 years. Today's elected officials have ventured far, way far from the principles our first prime minister wanted for this country. Not to say that he was perfect." So here it is. Someone is saying, hey, I had an opinion and I said, I don't think 5 years is long enough. But some of you do. And some of you have valid reasons or valid points as to why you feel that way. We had one caller that said, you know what? Who are we holding? Are we holding the correct persons responsible? Is it the minister's fault? Or is it the permanent secretary's fault? And we went into the debate as to who plays which role. Who plays which role? So I want to thank you, that individual who sent that message on Facebook, for making that contribution. Because we have to stop saying we're afraid. Who are you afraid of? Who is it? The people that you voted to put there, that's who you're afraid of? That's a serious problem. So we need to figure this out. And if it takes more talks like the one in which we're having right now, if it takes more of these, if it takes me walking every day out there, walking the streets and talking to each and every one of you, then that's what we have to do. Because when I look at myself in the mirror, I see a Bahamian, a proud Bahamian. I love my country. I think we are the best country in the world. We live on an island in Nassau here that's 27/7. You can get to any ocean, any beach in less than 5-10 minutes from any point on this island. We have palm trees. We have ocean breeze. We have turquoise sea. Do you know how many people would die to see that alone? Where is our pride? Where is our fight? We cannot give up. See, we can never give up the fight. It is so important that we move from the mindset of we have to know somebody, or if I say something, we're going to be victimized. We have to stand up. We had a young caller who is a junior high student who says, I have the right to freedom of speech. I love that. The fire in that young person, that is our next generation. And I hope her friends think the same way. I hope that her little cousins and her sisters and brothers, if she have any, I hope they all feel the same way. I hope when she goes to church, I hope the children in her Sunday school class feels the same way. Because that's our future. That is our future. Let's listen to some more. Let's listen to what some more of you on the street had to say. And this person, he is really excited about the holidays. He talked about his experience during Hurricane Matthew, and he said, you know what? I feel like we are coming together as a nation. So he had a completely different view on what's going on during the holidays. Listen in.
How are you today?
I'm fine. Are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Now, we're celebrating the Christmas season. And in the Bahamas, this is like one of the biggest holidays for us. We plan our meals and turkey and ham and all the trimmings. How are you feeling this Christmas holiday? We just experienced Hurricane Matthew. We have a lot of things going on in the political world that's creating a stir. How is your holiday season going?
Well, going great. I mean, like through all of the trials and tribulations, ups and the down and the do and the do not. I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine because I was not rolling. I have transportation where I'm rolling. And in the storm doing Matthew, I was out cutting trees. In the storm, I was out cutting trees and making sure that run with the family in case when he got to come out. And my last countries, they were in sleeping, or everybody went indoors, and I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed my show.
Wow.
It was great. It was great. And as the greater, it's something to complain about because everything happened in our lives and every tragedy take place. It take place to make us stronger. Not to bring weakness, but to bring more strength, to bring more unity, to bring more love, to bring more togetherness. You know what I mean? To cause us to reach out to the unfortunate more and do more than we normally are doing now, and more that we couldn't do than before. Because I know it says March, you come and going. The Bahamas come more unified.
Okay.
The whole country come more unified. It's more love. You know what I mean? It is more concern, it's more inspiration, and it's more gratitude, and it's more help. And you see neighbors reaching out to one another. You never see that before. So these things bring together more unity and more love and more concern and more attention to one another. To teach you how to treat one another, how to appreciate one another. Because, I mean, we live in a whole community. We buck every day. Every day we see one another. So we are brother keepers. If we fail not to do these attributes that we were called on to do and our responsibility to do, then tragedy will step in and turn things around and cause us to pay more attention to it. You know what I mean? To wake up and smell the real coffee. Because vanity is not anything without human. I mean, the Father really is not interested in vanity. He interested in human. And so how we treat one another as humans is what counts in his sight. And so that's why tragedy hit us. And so it come to turn us around, to make us stronger, to give us a foundation and to put us on a foundation that we're supposed to be on, instead of us being just walking in quicksand. Right. And that's my whole topic and inspiration on this holiday and what it brings and the way I feel. But I am having a great Christmas.
Once again, let's be our brother's keeper. It is important. And I felt so good to finally hear someone say, I feel like we're coming together as a nation. All is not lost. All is not lost. And some of us are doing what we need to do to help one another and to be there for one another. And despite we might not have enough money for the holidays, but it's not about gift giving. It is to remind us of the birth of Jesus Christ. It is to remind us of family and, and spending that time together. This is a big, big time of year for us Bahamians. We put out a big spread and we have aunties and uncles and grandparents and cousins and friends. And the house is just permeating with that delicious turkey and ham and the peas and rice. And, Grammy hide the lobster tails to do the stuffing and all that great stuff. So, going back to being our brother's keeper and putting family first, and that's what the holidays is all about. So, I really want to make an appeal to you, my brothers and sisters. Let's smell what the real coffee is all about. And that is in our everyday life, whether it's the holidays or not. Let's see what's going on around us. We had very, very passionate callers calling in and speaking about, what's important, what's really, really important. So we are going to take a quick break and we're going to be right back. Okay. Yeah, and then yes. Yes. Thank you.
Remember, dressmaking and alterations are done within. When you step out in style this holiday. With help from Rachel's Boutique. Compliments of the season. Happy holidays from Rachel's Boutique. Located number 90 Wolf Road. Telephone 325-4415. Like us on Facebook.com/Rachel's Online Boutique.
And welcome back, folks, to the Dead Late Night Show. I am your host, Lana Epstein, and it has been such an exciting show tonight. I love all of your calls. I love your WhatsApp messages. I love your Facebook messages. And thank you all my Facebook viewers for watching us tonight. And those of you that are streaming on the web on our ZSR 103.5 tune in. I appreciate that. So thank you for all of your for contributing to the show tonight. It's about you, my listening audience. This segment of the show has been brought to you by the Ultimate Men's Store located on Mackey Street. Fine men's dress shirts, polo, coats, jackets, and so much more. The Ultimate Men's Store located on Mackey Street. And we are getting ready to go into the next segment, which is Heroes of the Day. Now, I want to start hearing from you, my listening audience and viewing audience. Some of you that are on my Facebook page, you see that, we posted, and we want to hear from you because we know that there are heroes out there. We know that there are persons out there that are making a difference every day, no matter how small that difference might be. We know that it's making someone's day. And I would like to dedicate my hero of the day. I'm giving it to an individual that I just became reacquainted with recently. I attended the run walk. I think it was something to do with their community run walk, and you're gonna hear more from this individual in the new year. But I thought that it was so important to highlight him. So my hero of the day is a local pastor by the name of Pastor Dale Moss. He is currently president of the Northeastern Pastor Alliance. He is the pastor of Life Transformation Center, Church of God of Prophecy, Shirley Street. Pastor Moss is the founder of Family Against Murder, Youth on Track Intervention Program, Students Refocus Support Program, and the National Initiative NEPA in conjunction with the Ministry of Education, Science, and Technology. And, in speaking with Pastor Moss, there is so much that he is doing in his community, and that's the persons that live in the Shirley Street Camp Road community. And he's not doing it on his own. He has partnered with other denominations in the area, and they are working collectively as a group in order to better their area. It's not about politics at the end of the day. It's about being human. It's about helping our fellow brothers and sisters. We have young children out there that needs to be educated, and no one is perfect. So he talked to me about a program whereas, sometimes children make mistakes at school and they have to be reprimanded. So if they're suspended, in conjunction with the Ministry of Education, they have different centers that the children can go to instead of them sitting home, being idle and standing on the block. Their parents have somewhere to send them where they can learn to do better. They can recognize the mistakes that they've made, and they can have the mentors that are needed. We always go by the saying in this nation, it takes a village to raise a child. And this is phenomenal. So every night, Monday to Friday, I always want to end our topics with hero of the day. So if you have someone out there that's making a difference in your life, we want to hear from you. Well, folks, we're at the end of our show. I want to thank you, my wonderful listening audience. You are our country's judge and jury. Tonight's show has been brought to you by the following sponsors: Beauty Zone, Executive Printers of the Bahamas Limited, and the Ultimate Men's Store, I would like to make an appeal to you, my fellow Bahamians, to register to vote. Join us again for another exciting show tomorrow night. Before I go, I want to leave with you this. Infuse your life with action. Don't wait for it to happen. Make it happen. Make your own future. Make your own hope. Make your own love. And whatever your beliefs, honor your Creator. Not by passively waiting for grace to come down from upon high, but by doing what you can grace yourself right now, right down here on earth. For more information on this episode and to learn more, visit us at The Dead Late Night Show, or email us with your views, opinions, insight. We want to hear from you. deadlatenight@gmail.com. With your ideas and concern, it's very important. Tune in tomorrow night for another exciting and informative show. Good night and Godspeed.